Hi all, and welcome back to another episode of WolfQuest Anniversary Edition Ultra IronWolf Challenge with Gnat, Stickbug, and their 5 pups. We're picking up just about right where we left off last time, which means pack affinity is real bad, Gnat is exhausted, and, well, last time Moth and I believe it was Skipper wandered off and got lost while Gnat was away hunting, and nearly got killed by a coyote, at least Moth did. We managed to get back just in the nick of time. It did seem to be tracking her down, which was really scary, but thankfully we did manage to get back. I don't know where Gnat is finding the energy to interact with her pups. I think it is probably out of a desperation to make sure they don't run off out of the den again. I have been playing a little bit of WolfQuest on my off time, and mostly on easy, so it'll be interesting getting back into playing on accurate. Moth, let's just stay by the den. I don't really trust you going off places. Alright. Gnat does need to get some sleep, so we're going to get her some sleep. And while she rests, hopefully the pups are going to stick around. I cannot see them through the grass, which is, you know, slightly terrifying, but obviously they don't tend to go anywhere while you're sleeping. It's just, there they are. Alright, puppies. Thankfully she does have a bit more food for them. I'm going to feed them closer to the den just in case any other predators decide that they need to come by and take a look at the pups, which, yeah, would not be ideal. We want to keep them safe and predator free, and why are they all the way over there? Stickbug, could you bring them back to the den, please? That's not what I meant to do. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I am trying to keep an eye on this wolf and make sure that it doesn't go near the den. But unfortunately, the problem with there being multiple... No! Oh no, the problem with there being multiple wolves attacking is that naturally one of them can slip away from our mate and get the other pup. Oh, Skipper. We were able to find him when he was lost, but we weren't able to protect him when he was right by the den. Oh, those Cottonwood Creek wolves have given up the attack, but it's just too late for Skipper. Oh, Skipper. I'm so sorry. Well, that wasn't how I wanted to start the episode, but here we are. What were those Cottonwood Creek wolves that attacked us? A subordinate and a yearling. Oh, shoot. Well, I think maybe we should give them names so we know which ones were the ones that came after Skipper. Let's call this one... it's going to be confusing if we name them after another predator. Cottonwood Creek. Let's have Barley. And Stem, sure. Those are plant-related names. Yeah, that's really disheartening. Well, the other pups still need to eat. I wish we could maybe carry Skipper somewhere else. Okay, well, he's gone now, so... Stickbug, poor Stickbug. He looks like he's having a hard time coping with what just happened. He can't stop pacing, and I think for Gnat, it's the opposite. She just feels like all her energy has been drained out. She tried so hard to get back in time to save Moth and Stickbug, or not Moth and Stickbug, Moth and Skipper, and she thought she was successful, but those Cottonwood Creek wolves were probably just lying in wait for her to let her guard down. And despite her best efforts, one of them managed to slip past her and Stickbug and get to Skipper, so... Goodness. How's her territory? Her territory's fine. It's not the territory that's the problem, it's just... maybe her relative inexperience and Stickbug's relative inexperience led to them Not expecting that second wolf to slip past them. Oh, poor Gnat. Alright, well, she's gonna try to keep the rest of the pups by the den, and she's gonna get some more rest. Not off to a great start. Alright, well, she did bring a meat chunk back, so hopefully... Okay, Stickbug's gonna feed Weevil. Are the others that hungry? Well, she doesn't have enough food to feed them even if they were. And if I recall correctly, yeah, that elk carcass is really far away. Oh goodness, and Lacewing's quite hungry. Could you guys let your sister have some food? Cricket, you're pretty full already, bud. Maybe we let Lacewing have some food. Or did Stickbug just feed her? No. There's a little bit left. Come on, Weevil, you gotta share that. Until we can go hunting again, which didn't go so well last time. Our territory's fine, but I really don't smell any... Well, wait. There's the scent of elk. And perhaps she has enough... Oh, alright. Well, Stickbug's gonna feed them again, so it does look like he had some extra food. I might just let her spend some time with her pups. Kind of see what they get up to. Moth, as always, is seemingly a little bit of a troublemaker. She and Skipper were both still out of the den when that wolf managed to slip past Gnat and Stickbug, and it just happened to go for Skipper, so... I don't think Moth really knows what happened. It was just a scary moment, and then after that, she didn't see Skipper anymore. Probably misses her partner in crime. They were both a little bit adventurous, as evidenced by them wandering away from the den on their own terms, but I realized I was going to maybe suggest that Nat go hunt, but the affinity is still not what it was. At least most of the pups are full on food, so we can thank Stickbug for that. He did at least show up to eat a little bit from the carcass that Nat hunted all by herself. To be fair, she was running all over the map, so it makes sense that he wasn't able to track her down as quickly as we would have hoped. With any luck, we can get our affinity back up. Maybe we'll sleep one more time, and then we'll have Nat go out and do some hunting. Affinity's okay now, and we have a scent now. We might not have a scent in the morning. Okay, let's send them in. Let's go try to find an elk. Oof. Should we take Stickbug with us? Because last time we took Stickbug with us, or didn't rather, we didn't, and then we had to spend a long time waiting for him to show up, and that kind of ended in disaster. So, Weevil, could you please go inside, dear? Go on, bud. Okay, well, there he goes. So, decisions must be made. Do we bring Skipper? Do we not bring Skipper? Nope. Wow, I'm gonna keep doing that, and it's extra tragic seeing as Skipper is no longer with us. Do we bring Stickbug, or do we not bring Stickbug? At this point, no, we're gonna, as long as he doesn't automatically come with us, we're gonna leave him with the pups. I think Nat learned her lesson last time. Maybe she can bring back some extra food for him if she is able to track down this elk herd in a timely manner. Of course, as soon as I say that, there we go. I was gonna say the scent disappears. Ah, the heather herd, an old friend of ours. Does seem like they're a little bit far away, so hopefully we're both able to find them in a reasonable time and find them without leaving our territory. Oh. The second I say something, the game immediately proves me wrong. As soon as I say, yeah, it seems like they're kind of far away, it's like, what if there were a bunch of scents and they were actually quite close? So this is quite good for us, as long as obviously we need to get them to run. Okay, come on, don't keep us away from our pups too long. Howling doesn't seem to have done much. If we go and run through them a couple times, do some growling, do some snarling, see if we can spook them. Thus far, no, there they go. All right. Okay. And, I mean, while ideally I don't want to chase them for a very long time, that's also kind of how we wear them down and make it easier for Nat to hunt them on her own. I could try calling Stickbug again, but I get the feeling the same thing would happen as last time, so if we call him at all, it'll be once we've taken down an elk. Which... we're definitely going to have to follow them for a little bit longer to see which one can be taken down. The rain and the darkness make it a little bit hard. I usually try to watch for which elk holds its head up most consistently, because if they hold their head up more, I've found that they usually have lower health, but it's hard to see when it's raining and dark. I'm keeping my eye on the one we're following, the one with the arrow over it right now, but it doesn't look like she's keeping her head up the whole time. Are you? No, no, she seems pretty sturdy. Let's kind of just scoot over, and if we give them a little bit closer chase, we should be able to see if any of them turn and try to kick us. Don't want to... oh, speaking of which, I think this might be the one we're looking for. Are you, ma'am? No, nope. I either lost her or I got confused. Oh no. And you are not either. Okay. Well, where are we? We are heading directly for the Geode Pack territory, which is certainly less than ideal. Can we get this one before she can get up? Amazing. Okay. That is very fortunate. Nope, we didn't have enough stamina. Okay. Well, we'll just kind of keep her from going any further, and I was going to say if we can drive her back toward the den, which it does appear we can. So if we just keep our distance a little, we might be able to get her closer to our home site, and that'll help Stickbug come and get some food without encouraging the pups to wander again. Oh, goodness. Well, at least things are looking up, and Nat knew that something like this might happen. She knew that she was likely to lose pups even, but that doesn't make it any easier. I wonder if she experienced the loss of any of her siblings when she was in her natal pack. We can't know for sure, because we've never followed her parents' story, but it wouldn't be terribly surprising given how it's not very uncommon for wolf pups to die of some cause or another. Alright, she was able to take this elk down. We are going to howl for Stickbug so he can come eat, and while we're at it, we're gonna jot down this den location. At least the hunt was easy. At least it didn't take her nearly as long as it did last time. Happened to be fortunate with a weak elk stumbling instead of... last time it seemed like we had a lot of still quite strong elk stumbling and making us think that they might be weak. Not the case this time. Okay. Now we did manage to bring her down fairly close to the den site, so Stickbug should be here soon. Nat's just gonna take a minute, look around. There's a herd of bison over there. This storm is probably pretty in tune with her feelings. Goodness. I think she's thinking of that yearling too. A wolf so young and already going after the young of others. She hopes her pups are never like that. And Is that another carcass over there? Did we run directly past another carcass? What? It's a weird coincidence if so, but thankfully Stickbug is here. He can get his meal, and then we will get moving. Ugh, goodness. Is he full? Okay. Take a bite from this carcass. Yeah, that is just another carcass. Real low, though. Real low. That wouldn't have fed us. Alright, back to the den we go. And thankfully, affinity has stayed relatively high, so we know we're not going to come back to some disaster. Which, I guess, despite everything, Nat feels a little reassured that it's not going to be that bad every time. That is to say, she knows now that she can hunt without things dragging on so long that her pups wander off, and that was a very scary situation, followed by a very scary and tragic situation. And now at least she's got a full belly, she's got extra food for her pups, and hopefully things go smoothly from here for a while. We're almost back to the den. And here we are. Alright, Lacewing is the first out to greet us, followed by Moth. Pups aren't actually super hungry, but she'll give them a little bit of food. There's no point in her sleeping with a more than full belly anyway. Lacewing and Weevil go one way, Moth and Cricket stay over here. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. And it looks like it's dawn. The rain stopped falling. Skies have cleared, more or less. And it's a new day. As always, Nat is quite tired, but she's going to try to interact with her pups at least a little bit before she lays down to sleep. They're still very playful. Cricket is going somewhere she doesn't want him to be. Hey, buddy. Let's stay a little bit closer to the den. Goodness. Alright. Let's take the pups back to the den and get some more rest for Nat. And immediately Cricket starts running away again. At least most of them are coming closer. All of them are coming closer. Thank you, pups. That is much appreciated. Alright, it's a new day. Gonna feed the pups and maybe take a look at what our territory looks like. Still fundamentally pretty solid. She might want to go up and reinforce over there. Maybe go and... As much as I want to claim that hex that is right by Cottonwood Creek territory and is empty, that would take her away from the den for a long time, so it might be best to just reinforce what she has. Also be nice if all the pups would eat, but... Oh, Cricket, so cute. At least none of this has slowed Moth down. She's still eager to play and run around with her siblings. And everyone's coming over to have a bite before Nat goes out marking. Hey Stickbug, how you feeling? He seems pretty lethargic. And maybe looking back and forth, trying to make sure that there's no one watching us. Nat herself doesn't see anyone right now, but that doesn't mean anything. She didn't see those wolves sneaking up on us, and oh, goodness gracious. Let us send the pups back into the den, and we'll have Nat go out and mark some territory. I will most likely catch up with you once she's back. See you soon. Alright, so Nat is back at the den. She did manage to do a bit of reinforcing of the higher hexes up near Cottonwood Creek and up near Coyote Creek, and actually got a couple more than she thought she would. While we've still got a lot of weak hexes, it's better than nothing, and it's better than coming back completely exhausted. So she's going to make sure to greet each of her pups, and then get some sleep again. Hi, Lacewing. Oh. Oh no, how do you do the roll? That's how you do the roll. Moth is just sitting there watching us. And here comes Stickbug. Presumably to bring Lacewing back to the den. And I think Nat's gonna bring Moth back to the den as well. And keep all the puppies close together. Can't put them down on the roots, but family howl. Keep the affinity up. We don't want another situation like last episode. Cricket found a little bone somewhere. Probably from some of the meat chunks we brought back. And Weevil! Weevil, no! You need to stay much closer to the den than that. That is too far away for my liking. Alright. And Nat's gonna get some sleep. And hope her territory doesn't decay too horribly by the time she wakes up. Oh, we also got a notification while she was away marking territory that the flea load at the den is getting rather high. So if the fleas start to get irritating to her, she might just have to consider moving to a new den. At the same time, the prospect is terrifying. She can just imagine what kind of dangers are going to wait when there's no den for the pups to retreat to. Sure, there's tall grass here and there, but it's nothing like the safety of a den, and she's just worried that some of the more curious pups might decide not to hide at all. Oh, goodness. At least she's got food for them, so she's grateful for that. And she'll probably make a run down to that carcass and reinforce the territory down there while she's at it. Oh, Moth, can we not get lost again? And all of the pups have decided to follow her into the woods. No. Please, please, dears. She's doing her best, but we're gonna need some help from you guys not running off and getting lost. Stickbug, do you think you could maybe grab Cricket? He doesn't seem quite as concerned as— oh no! As we are, I was going to say— no, 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 not again. She is not letting these coyotes get her pups. Okay. And stay out. That's exactly the reason she didn't want them wandering near the trees. Okay, well, while they're going inside, she is going to stay here and she's going to make sure they go inside. Alright. Now she's going to go get some food. Goodness gracious, it is just one thing after another in this episode. If it's not Coyote Creek, then it's— nope. If it's not Cottonwood Creek, then it's coyotes. Thankfully, we still haven't had any trouble with Coyote Creek, but I'm thinking it's probably a matter of time. We'll see. Still kind of hard to believe that it was a subordinate and a yearling that attacked the den. Probably under orders or under the supervision of their pack leader, but we didn't see them around anywhere. Nope, we haven't even met the pack leader of Cottonwood. Nat kind of hopes that she doesn't. The younger wolves were bad enough. There's a little hare over there. Did Stickbug? Stickbug didn't come with us, so we'll bring some food back for him, perhaps, after we get some marking done. I believe the carcass, yes, was right down here. And thankfully there's still plenty of food left for her. It's nice to hunt cow elk because you can usually count on there being something left over for when you get hungry again, unless something happens like a bear or a cougar or even a wolverine coming along, in which case you might be out of luck. Alright, so her belly's full, she'll bring something back for her mate, and I'm going to catch up with you after she's done some marking of the territory. See you soon. Alright, well, Nat is once again back at the den. She's brought some food for Stickbug. I think I'll just gonna have her sniff noses with him as a greeting. There we go. Alright, he's happy to see her, and she's happy to see him too. As well as her pups, Moth, Cricket, and there's Weevil and Lacewing. Hi, babies. Oh, they're taking a nap. Maybe we shouldn't disturb them. We're gonna take Moth a little bit closer to the den. Did you not see the coyotes that were here just a little bit ago, hon? And I think Stickbug decided the puppies needed food, which... Okay, I mean, they seemed pretty full to Nat, but I guess it can't hurt keeping them topped up on food. We'll bring Moth over, see if she can get a bite to eat with her siblings. All the while, Nat's kind of scanning the horizon, looking out for any threats. She's a lot more wary now, half expecting predators to jump out of the shadows. I don't see anything, but that doesn't mean there's not something out there. Alright, she did manage to mark a couple of hexes. There's still some decaying hexes out on the edges. She just didn't want to be away too long. She's doing her best, and sometimes that's going to mean not marking as many hexes as she wanted to make sure that she's here for her pups when they need her. Oh, she's having another dream. This one of two wolves meeting on a cliff and a lone puppy howling. I wonder if that's Skipper. Giant beaver. That's a curious one, considering there are no beavers on the mountain. Perhaps she's heard stories of a beaver, or maybe she came from a different location in Yellowstone. Why am I only seeing 3 puppies here? Where is Lacewing? She's in the den. Okay. Out of abundance of caution, I'm gonna wolf them in before I call anybody out. Alright, what's on the docket for today? Oh, the territory's really bad. Okay, I think I am gonna call them out. I'm gonna have Nat feed them, and then we're gonna go mark territory again. 90% of this is just running around marking territory and me going, well, I don't have anything to commentate over this section, so see you later. Oh no. The pups, on the other hand, are getting quite big. Our largest pup being Lacewing at 13.3 pounds, and our smallest pup being Weevil at 11.9. So we should be getting to the part of the year pretty soon where there are ungulate calves and fawns. Not quite there yet, but that might provide Nat a little bit of relief from hunting at least. Or it could just make things harder, depending. Okay, the pups are playing. She's keeping an eye out. She doesn't see any coyotes poking their ears over the hills. She doesn't see any other wolves, but the territory is decaying, which indicates to her that There's certainly wolves around. Whether they're dispersals and harmless, or whether they're pack wolves and after her pups, she doesn't know. So out of an abundance of caution, she is going to go mark some more after Lacewing. Hopefully get something to eat. That's a bone, dear. You can't eat that. How about you go with your brother over there and get some food? Cricket's taking the bone. He's like, yes, it's my toy now. I knew you'd have to eat breakfast eventually. Or is it lunch at this point? It's probably about noon. Okay, so food is gone. We're gonna send him inside. Thankfully, no predator notification. And once they're all in, Nat is going to go mark territory again. I do wonder why it's decaying kind of so quickly over this way. It seems almost like someone is in that 38% hex, so... Now, of course, Nat's not looking at it as a 38% hex, but maybe she's picked up some sense or heard something that's made her think that there are other wolves around. This is a scene that we don't want any part of. No, we will not be hunting a bull elk today, and we will certainly not be hunting a bull moose. That's disaster waiting to happen. It does look like Stickbug came along with us, so we'll probably try to keep the marking a little more brief. Nat doesn't like leaving the pups all alone after what happened. She is going to get a drink of water, and then we'll see what's plaguing that 38% hex as soon as we get through the creek. Really shouldn't be that deep. Okay. One hex down. There's a mule deer over there. A couple more moose. A lot of moose today. And this is the hex in question. It's gone down to 37% now. She doesn't pick up the scent of any wolves. There's certainly some coyotes running around, which she doesn't love, and a eagle and a coyote fighting over a hare over there. But where is the scent post for this one? Right over here. And I wonder if she howls, if anyone will howl back. It'd be foolish, I suppose, of rival packs to howl when they're in our territory, but... no. All seems quiet. I think she's gonna send Stickbug back before she goes and marks those other hexes. Just because, again, nervous about the pups coming out and getting lost. Okay, I will catch back up with you assuming we don't run into any trouble with Cottonwood Creek when she's back at the den. See you later. Oh, and just as I say that, there is Cottonwood Creek howling over there. They look fairly close based on how bright that is, but not super close. So they're probably in that 95% hex on their own territory. And there goes Coyote Creek howling as well. I hope I didn't say Coyote Creek twice. These need to stop being Coyote and Cottonwood Creek being so close in the names. I can't with this. My brain cannot handle similar sounding names as evidenced by earlier moments in this episode. Okay. Well, at the very least, they don't seem to be in this hex, and I ran right past the scent marker. There it is. Okay. So nothing here, no trouble here. And we might pick up something on the way to the other hex, but I kind of doubt it, because again, those howls seemed just far enough away that Cottonwood Creek are definitely in their own territory and not in ours, which is a small relief. At least the ones we can hear are in their own territory and not in ours. She's not picking up scents of any dispersals or any pack wolves, so that's reassuring as well. There was a scent of an elk herd. She's not so hungry that seems like a good idea right now. She'll probably go hunting the next day or the day after that. Where is the hex? Oh, I mean the scent post. Looks like we left these fairly close to each other, so that's convenient. We've got a buck mule deer over here. Does appear to have shed his antlers, so must be that time of year. And then if we come over here, mark this one, mark the next one, we should be able to head back to the den. And thankfully, again, no scent of rival wolves. One more hex to go, and then she can get back to her pups. And as I say that, is this the hex, or... Guess we'll find out. It was! Back to the den we go. I'll catch up with you when we get there. Okay, Gnat is back at the den. We didn't run into any trouble from Cottonwood Creek, or any other packs for that matter. She was able to mark a couple of hexes. That side is looking strong now. Aside from the fact that it did instantly start to decay a little bit. Maybe that's just from being inaccurate. She is going to give her pups some food, and then I think we're going to call it there for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!